Hi guys, what up, what up, what up? It's been a day, can you tell? So, I wanted to come here because I wanted to provide you guys some value on brushes. As you know, I've been doing my crazy live videos, and the funny thing is I'm using all these brushes, but I'm not explaining them. So I'm here to show you guys a couple of different things that you guys can do with your brushes, just like I would with my brushes. There's so many ways. You can grab one brush and use it multiple ways. I know there will be, like, you'll go to the stores, and you might see like, hi Rick, you might see like, hey, I don't know about this brush, but the lady at the store is telling you, sell this brush to, let's see, you need to sell 5 of these. So I'm going to tell you that they have a quota, and they're going to be like, I need to sell every single one of these 5 brushes, and they're going to push on a brush. But let me tell you, don't let anybody push brushes on you. If you have a brush that, oh, sorry, I have a fly, like, there's a fly, you guys, and I hate them, but I'm not going to let it disturb me. So if you're on, please say hi. I truly appreciate you guys watching me. That is not even be funny. He's probably going crazy with all this light that I have right now, but thank you guys for watching. So let's see. One of the first things you want to make sure when you're using brushes, you want to make sure, please share this video, you guys. If you're using brushes, you want to make sure that they're clean. You are going to get the best application with clean brushes. If you feel that your brushes are dirty, try to at least clean them with a spray versus cleaning them with a brush cleaner. I use different brush cleaners, so if I use this only because it's soap. It's a shampoo that we sell here at Limelife by Alcone. But we also sell many different things. We sell the holder, we sell the brushes, but that's not the point of this video. If you have any questions about where you can buy something, let me know and I can refer you to a store, or to myself, or to another store that might be within your price range. Brushes come in all different price range. So this I'm going to show you is our holder. It holds all 20 brushes. I feel like I'm missing brushes here, so I don't know if I just didn't take them out or what the heck. But as I go, I will show you what brushes I use and why I use them, or what I use them for. There's so many different ways. And thank you guys for watching me on Saturday. Let's see. Yeah, I know I missed a couple of brushes. I'm like, oh, where's my brushes? So as you guys saw, I have like brushes galore. Let me share this to a couple of people. So hopefully you guys can watch. If you don't know, now you know. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I watched Aquaman with the family. It was a good movie. So let me just do this here. Let me do this. Somebody. Oh my gosh. I think she was the one that wanted it. And if you're on, say hi. Thank you. Hi, Rob. Hi, Terry. Hi, Letty. So, hair is crazy. But it's not about, like, me. It's about the product. So, I just wanted to come on here. And like I said, brushes, you can use for things. I'm going to try to go in order of the brushes I have here so that you guys can kind of see what brushes do what. If you're on, say hi. I really appreciate it. I know it's a little late night Saturday. So this is our brush number 1. This is a big fluffy brush. You can use this for various things. You can use it for an all-around powder all over your face with your powder. You can use it only for like a body, like if you have like a body cream, such as like a shimmer type thing where you don't want to have to put it on your hands. You can put it on the brush and rub it all over. This brush, I would say you can use it also for foundation. but it's not going to give you the big thick coverage that you want. So it's just going to give you enough coverage to kind of even out your skin. Okay, so that's brush number 1. Let's see if I put these brushes in order, because I don't think I did. This is 3. I think this is 2, or I'm sorry, this is brush number 2, the big one. The brush number 1 is I call it like a dome brush. It is our brush number 1, which I love. It kind of comes in a like maybe like a form. But what I like about this brush is that you can also use it for powder, foundation, blush. What I like is that you can get really in the front of the face with these brushes. So, sorry, I just feel like the light is so bright today. Maybe I'm like too close or something. So what I like to use this, you can use it for the full powder face. You can use it just to set your eyes if you're using concealer. You can use it as a contour. You can use it all around. You can use it for really much anything. These brushes have more of a hair. They're vegan brushes, so they're having more of, they do have like a hair feel to them, but they're synthetic, so that's a good thing. Let me see if I can put my hair like a little like to the side or something. Not that this would really help my hair right now. Okay, that's a little better. So let's see, brush number 3. This is an angled brush, which you can use it for also contour, blush, all around the face. You can also use this as a powder brush. I would say if you're gonna buy brushes in a form of really small, like a medium size, so that you can use it for an all-around powder, or you can use it for a blush or a contour. This is super angled, so what this is great for is really contouring this area and setting it really nicely so that you don't have to worry about it. Let's see, brush number, that's 7. Let's see, 4. Number 4, it's a foundation brush, which I love. You can use it for your foundation. You can use it for your creams if you like to put creams on and not with your hands. You can use this for your concealer, your foundation, all around the eyes. Pretty much you could highlight with this. I wouldn't say that you can contour with it. It'd probably be a little harder unless you're trying to go for like a really angled contour look, but this is perfect for even if you have like a skin mask that you want to put on and you don't want to get any like on your hands. This is perfect for it because it's in a spread on your skin, really easy and smooth. So let's go. That's number 4. These brushes, sorry guys, they're drying also as I talk about them. 4, let's see. And I threw in some other brushes that I cleaned. So this brush I love. This is another similar brush. This is our brush number 19. It's similar to the brush, a setting brush for your face. You can use it for your face. You can use it for your eyes if you have big lids like I do, like a big eye area. You can use it for your eyeshadow. You can use it specifically for your eyes. You can get in the creases. I like this brush because you can use it for a powder brush or like a setting type of brush. And that's brush number 19. I totally like skipped. Hi, Deandra. So let's talk about these 2 brushes. I personally love these 2 brushes because you can use them really for anything. I wouldn't say that you can use this brush. This is our number 16 brush. You can use it for an actual like not foundation. You can use this for a foundation, but more for like you couldn't use this in your eye. It would probably be a little harder if you're not used to using a certain type of brush. But for beginners, this is great for also contouring. You can use this for foundation. You can use this for highlight. It's gonna really get into that highlight area because it's so small, and this is how thin it is. It's like awesome because not only that you can use it for your foundation, you can use it as your overall powder. You can use it as your contour, and that's what I really truly love it for because it gets right into your contour area. I go right above the ear this area, and then I blend it down. So this brush is a really good brush for that. Then here's another brush that I love to use for foundation. I love to use this number 18 brush. It has a little bit of like the thin, it's going to be more of a thinner type brush on top, and then it goes into a deeper, like a thicker brush. What I like, you can use it for foundation if you want that sheer foundation look where it really looks like skin. You can use that for this. You can use it for blush specifically. You can use it for contour. If you have big enough eyes like I do, you can actually get one color and sweep it across. That is perfect for this. That is, like, to me, you want to make sure your brushes are sanitary also at the end of the day. If you're using them on yourself, obviously, I would say the most of not washing them is probably like 2 or 3 days. If you are using them on somebody else and you are doing anything with someone else and your brushes and your tools, you want to make sure you clean them immediately after. So if you're doing like a makeup set for like an actual like makeup for a bridal party or something, you might want to use a if you only have one set of brushes, you want to use more of like a cleaning spray, and then when you come home, you want to make sure you douse your brushes in our Come Clean. Sorry, it's Clean Act. It used to be Come Clean. This brush cleaner is also vegan, just like our brushes. It smells really good. It smells really soft. There's not a lot of fragrance, and that's what I love when the brush cleaner that I use is there's not a lot of fragrance. Let's talk about what other. Oh, this one, this diffuser brush. This diffuser brush is our number 17 brush. This brush has sold out twice, I believe it is, because it's such an amazing brush. It has the real thin hairs on top, along with the, as you can see, it's multicolor. What I like about this brush, you can use it for your foundation, you can use it for your creams, like if you like to put your creams on but you don't like to use a brush, you can use this. Why does it have the thin hairs? To me, I say it has the thin hairs up on top for the difference, because of the foundation, because it's going to make your skin look skin-like. And that's what I like about it, because it's not like a thick brush as if you used, let's see, I'll just grab this brush. As in if you use this brush, it's in a pick up, this is in a Pick Up More product. Unlike this one's not a pick up as much product, but it's going to give you enough coverage and you can build up your foundation with this one. Let's see, this is number 13. Number 13 is an eyeliner brush. You can use this for your top liner, just like that. You can use it for your bottom. You can use it, I've had to use this before for your lip liner, like to line your lips a little bit. Eyeliner, and I'll tell you, eyeliner, this is like the best eyeliner brush because it's angled and you don't have to try to angle your hand to actually use the eyeliner. So if you like a powder, like if you like to use powder eyeliner, this is perfect because you can actually dip that in, wet it a little bit, and dip it in your powder and then swoop it across, and it gives you that smooth line. You could also use this for your eyebrows, which is really good because it has that angled, and you start your eyebrows probably in this area and then bring it down, and then you can blend it all good. So this is another like eyebrow eyeliner, an eye tool. This is our number 6 brush, which is a concealer brush, where you can use it for your concealer. You can use it up here for your eyes to kind of, I'll say, sharp out your eyebrows if you like to do that, highlight your eyebrow area. You can use wet products with this because it's really firm. The product's gonna just sit there. Unlike a fluffy brush like, let's see, for example, if you're like a brush like this is a fluffy brush, but it's not as tight. As you can see, when you move it, it moves. This one will not move. It's firmer, so it's gonna make sure that your product stays wherever you put it. So make sure if you're using this and you want your product to stay there, make sure you like really set it. And this is a good brush to have because you can use it for contour. You can use it for your concealer. and then on top of your eyes also. One of my favorite brushes before I started using our Claim to Frame eyebrow pencils. This has one part of, it has exactly like this brush, but it also has a spoolie on the other side, so that if you wanted to use the spoolie for your eyebrows, I always suggest people, if they're wanting to use an eyebrow like they want for their brows, they pick this tool. Why? Because it's two brushes in one. You don't have to carry multiple brushes. This has your eyebrow, and then you could also use it as your eyeliner. And not only that, it has your spoolie, so that then you can even out your brush line. So if you're on, say hi. Hi, Yvonne. Tell me if any of this has provided you value, because I love to provide people value on the products I use and little tips and tricks on products. So let me know if this is providing you value. So the other thing that you can use it for, I'm going to tell you, if you have curly hair like me and you have like baby hairs, you can use it for that. That's a good brush to use if you need that. Another brush that I use, and this is slightly angled. It's slightly angled. So if you wanted to, please share this video. I truly appreciate it, so that people can learn about brushes. You don't need all the brushes, and I'm going to tell you guys at the end of the video what brushes you need as an everyday person, that you're not a makeup artist, but an everyday person that puts on makeup and you're like, you know what, I don't even know where to start. So here's an angled brush. It's angled, as you can see. This brush is an eye brush. What I like to use this for, if I want a strong eyeshadow look, this is going to give me my placement to where I need to stop, and then wherever I need to put my shadow in. You can actually use it multiple ways. You can use it just to kind of pat your eyeshadow on, or you can actually just set it to where you want your eyeshadow and then just blend it using the upper motion of blending. This brush, I love it because it's angled. You can also bring this brush down, so brush it down to blend out any of the shadow that you want it to use for. I wouldn't say that you can use this as an eyebrow like tool unless you have really thick eyebrows and you're just trying to comb them, but honestly, like, I would say using a spoolie is always the best tool. What else? Let's see. We have our number 5 brush. This is our buffer brush. Hi, Lulu. This brush, I love it because if I want to just put enough foundation and just kind of like, I'm not going anywhere all day, I'm going to just put it on, I can use this brush to do that. You might think, what is the difference? Yes, they're two different ones. If you like to work in smaller motions, like smaller areas, this is perfect for that, for your foundation. If you're like, you know, like me sometimes, like, oh, we need to hurry up and get out of here, all over the face, this is going to just give you more room to use, so it makes it easier for you to put your foundation on. And these are both foundation brushes. I mean, honestly, I would say that if it wasn't like wet full of foundation, you probably can use it as putting a little bit of highlight up here, using it, mix it with your foundation, and putting a little bit of highlight, maybe a little bit of blush. But I would concentrate on these two being your everyday foundation brushes. Let's talk about this bad boy. I love, love, love this brush too. I mean, I love all of our brushes. They're all amazing. I also use other brushes from other lines. So I love brushes. That's like one of my things. Like, I'll be like, oh, I really need that brush. Not that I really need it. I want it. So this brush is perfect for eyeliner. If you like to smudge out your eyeliner and you don't want it to be like, for example, I kind of just threw on some eyeliner earlier, and you can just use it to kind of blend out your eyeshadow if you're trying to get that smudge look and not having that real hard line like this one. So, and then you can also bring it down this way and then blend it out with that. And then it makes it really super easy to use, especially if you're like, you know what, I don't know how to do eyeliner. One of these brushes can totally help you because it's not going to be precise, but it's going to get you the practice that you need to use the eyeliner or the gel or whatever. Like if you're using shadow, like for me, people like, oh, how do you do eyeliner? Honestly, there's two different ways, and I'll do a video on that. Is that I use this brush. I'll take the darkest color that I'm going to use, like a brown, a dark brown, or black, and I'll line out how I want my eyeliner and then put my gel eyeliner over, if that makes it easier for you. There's just different ways to do it. Some people do it just closing their eye and doing it, and there's so many different ways. But this, if you're like, oh my god, I really like that smudgy looking eyeliner, but I'm not a pro at it and it looks like a hot mess every time I put it on, this is something that you want, because this is going to help you get that eyeliner on, and then you can just smudge it out like I did. Just super simple. It's not hard. Makeup should be fun. It shouldn't be like, oh my god, I have to do this again. I can't do that I can't do that every day. Yeah, you can. Don't sweat it. It's all good. This is one of our another brushes. It's number 7. This is a brush that where you can use it flat. Let me show you guys. This has color on it, so it's one of the brushes I missed. So I just put a little bit of our bronzer on, but I can use our bronzer as an eyeshadow, and you're just gonna pat it. Like if you just want your your eyeshadow to stay on one spot, this is the brush that you would want, so that you can actually just pat it on there. If you wet it, it brightens it up a little bit. So a little tool with that, if you wet any of these brushes, it's gonna brighten up the color. But and so if you're trying to use the cheek area or like contouring, you don't want to wet your brushes, because it might not work. I think I have 2 more brushes. Okay, my 2 main brushes that I want to talk about. So we have this brush, which is our number 10 brush, and this is considered a fluffy brush, so that you can blend out your shadow. If you have really dark shadow, let me show you guys what I'm gonna do. Let's see, it's just an example. So if I'm trying to put a little bit of color on my eyes, I'm gonna take a little bit of eyeshadow, and I'm gonna start here and use this brush to blend it out. And then if you need it to be clean, what you can do is grab a towel or something, take off the excess product, and then just kind of twirl it around and blend it out. And that's going to give you more of a eyeshadow, like smoky eye look, when you blend it out a little bit. There's different ways to do eyeshadow. I mean, honestly, there's so many different ways. So that's number 10. Number 12 brush is our lip brush. This is perfect if you're trying to put on a lipstick, or like a, what do I want to call it? Like a lip color, and you wanted to blend it out a little bit more and fade it out. This is perfect for that. This is our lip brush. I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing a brush or something. Oh, number 20. Did I talk about this? This is another brush that I always suggest people when they're buying shadows, is this brush. This brush is perfect for also blending out your eyeshadow eyeliner and trying to give yourself a smudgy eyeliner look that gives you more of a smoky eye. Sorry, I'm like, oh, I look blurry. So this is another brush that I really like, and to me it's really like soft, and all of our brushes are soft, but this brush makes it easier, like if you're trying to get that smoky eye right as an eyeliner. This brush right here, you can use it for multiple things, so this brush is also good for eyeliner. So if you have a brush like this, let's see, this brush, this is not one of our brushes, but this brush I think I got from like Ipsy or something. It's what is this? A Lumina or something brush. It's a tapered blending brush. It does the same thing as this brush. This brush is just longer in like height, but it's similar to the body of the brush. This also will blend out your eyeshadow if you're trying to go for, like, if you just want it to not look so harsh. For example, if you're like, if it's a harsh line, using this brush to clean up and make it softer is one of the brushes that you can do. And just like that, you can use it with this brush too. Let's see, other brushes that I have. I have this brush, and I'll tell you, this is like one of my first brushes that I invested in. You want to invest in your tools, and the reason why I say that is because they last you longer. You want to make sure they don't shed. That's one of the things that I'll tell you. Some of my brushes that were from a certain company shred. The hair comes out, and I like them. It's just that when I wash them or use them, you know, after a certain time, they just get really they start shedding, and just no, that happens usually with hair type brushes, like if you're using like an actual animal hair. But this brush right here, this is from our one of my companies that I work with, or not work with like that, but one of the companies that I love buying products from. Her name is Cyan Richards, and she owns the London Brush Company. This brush right here, I love it because it's flat. You can use it for foundation, you can use it for powder. Like me, when I put my powder on, I really like to press down because I feel like that holds the powder in, and you can press with this because it's flat. You can't really, like, if you're trying to go in with a brush like this, trying to like really put it all over your face, versus this one, you're actually going to get more, like, more, not more area. I don't want to say, oh my God, I told you guys there's a fly, and like, I'm like, it needs to go. I need to kill it, but I don't want to do that on live because then I'll look like a crazy lady. So this brush right here, like putting it on, well, you saw my eye, putting it on flat, it makes it like really, it just, to me, it makes your powder stay on longer. So those are the brushes that I love to use. If you like more brushes, like a dense brush like this, you can use it for foundation. Sorry. You can use it for foundation. You can use it for contouring. Me personally, I love using these types of brushes for foundation. I just feel because it gives you that good coverage, and it gives you more of a fuller coverage. To me, that's what I like. Other people like skin type, like they want your skin. Not only that you can get that with this kind of brush, but this is going to deposit more product on the brush and on your face. This one is going to have more product on the brush, and it's going to even out your skin. So let me show you. Let me use this brush real quick. So if you have like a fluffy brush like this, you can use it for your foundation. People will be like, don't use it for your foundation. I'm like, why not? It's a brush. So I'm all about multiplying your brushes. So if you are going to use, for example, this brush for a lot of things, such as in one application, you want to start with your lighter colors and work your way up to the darker colors. So you would start with your foundation, for example. Oh man, this brush is kind of wet. It's still, I dried it, but, and you'll see like the difference. And you can, and I can use this. You see how it gives you more of a skin-like finish for your foundation, right? It gives you more skin-like. And I'm going to show you how when I use this brush, and this is all I'm using, it's going to give you more of a fuller coverage where you're going to see that you can see the product more. And I like to stipple motion, which is just kind of blotting it, because it gives you, it doesn't look streaky. So that is one of the ways that you can use which both look great, right? Like you can't really tell that I have more product on here, but this brush will pick up a lot more product versus this brush depositing a lot of product. It might look like you have a lot on your brush, but it's going to give you more of a skin-like finish versus this is going to give you a fuller coverage. So both brushes to me are amazing. It just really depends on what you like to wear. if you like to wear more, then you can actually put more on a foundation and just kind of blend it out. It really depends on what you're going for. What else? What else? Make sure you're cleaning your brushes at least 2 times to 3 times a week, because your brushes will last longer. You won't get breakouts. You won't feel like you're like going crazy with your brushes. If you needed, hi Chanel. If you were like, you know what, I need 3 good brushes, what would I recommend? I would recommend the foundation brush, this brush. I would recommend an angle brush so you can put your blush on and your contour, because you can use that. And then I would recommend, that's for face. And then you can use this one, number 18, also for your foundation and your contour. If you wanted to use this one just for that, oh my god, I just want to use, then you buy this one, okay? I would suggest you buy this brush. If you're looking for eyes, I would suggest, let's see, these. I would suggest these 4. Because you can use this one as your spoolie to clean up your eye area. You can use this to do your eyeliner and smudge it out. You can, and then remember, this has the eyeliner tool on the other side, and you can use it for your eyebrows. You can use this just for shadow on the top, and then you can use this brush also. Oops, sorry. You can use this brush to blend out all your eyeshadow, which is pretty amazing. So I would suggest these 5 brushes. If you're like, Tina, I want to get crazy and I want more brushes, we can talk at that time, because honestly, like, some people will be like, oh, I want all the brushes, but then they're like, oh, I'm not using them. Why? Because they're so overwhelmed by so many things, so many tools. The next thing I would suggest is you buying a cleaner. And then also the holder. So this is gonna hold your brushes in place. So if you keep them with you wherever you go, if you travel a lot, you go to family outings, or you stay at people's house a lot, look at this, will stand up by itself. You can cover your brushes, like, let's see, you can cover your brushes, right? You're gonna cover them up, and then it rolls and it snaps. It's the bend and snap. And so then your brushes are covered and protected, because you want your brushes to be protected, especially if you're always on the go. You just don't want to throw them in a Ziploc bag. Sometimes I've done that because they're dirty. I will put a zip, if they're dirty, I'll put them in a Ziploc if I'm traveling. Other than that, I'm using this container, which I love, and it fits any brushes, so it doesn't have to be Limelife brushes. But this is also, it's pretty amazing. So you kind of, I think it's snapped already, and it stands up. You push this out and it'll stand up all by itself, which I love because it makes it easier for you to use your product, and it doesn't take any space. So if you guys have any questions, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions on how my next video should be, let me know, because I'm taking like all the video, the lives that you guys recommend, like what you guys wanted me to do. And I know this video was recommended by, I believe, a beauty guide. I'm gonna have to go back to that and then tag her into saying, hey, I did your video. So I don't know, I just love to provide value. If you have found value in this, please sprinkle the love to your friends and family. It means the world to me when you share my videos. So I really appreciate everything. Thank you guys. Talk to you guys soon.